Tua benched. Why? What happened in Miami?
This was a situation that had always been a possibility throughout the course of this season. Tua, by and large, had not played well. Obviously, led the league in interceptions with 15. Had a couple of games here and there, like he did in Atlanta, where you go, okay, that's the guy that you were used to seeing on the field. But once they're eliminated from playoff contention, much as we've seen in the past, with the likes of Russell Wilson being sent to the bench, Derek Carr, little different situation with Daniel Jones. But at the end of the season, if once you're out of it, if you are thinking you might be moving on from a player, it just doesn't do you any good organizationally to have that player on the field, run the risk of him getting hurt, and then complicating whatever perhaps long shot trade scenarios you have. Those would all go out the window. I also thought that it was informative the way that Mike McDaniel addressed the move, talking about Tua did not have the conviction playing quarterback, and they needed somebody with the conviction that they think Quinn Ewers brings. He was asked why Ewers, over Zach Wilson. He talked about the relationship that Quinn Ewers has with teammates and the confidence that they have in him to go out and be able to execute. It became abundantly clear on a lot of different levels here that this was not the same Tua that we have seen in the past. And the difference that you saw on the field is also the difference that they had seen off the field. In terms of where this goes from here for Tua, he is under contract next year for $54 million, fully guaranteed. There is a total of nearly $100 million of dead cap that they would have to take on over the next 2 seasons. I did get a breakdown, Rich. You and I talked on the phone about this the other day.
Yes, we did.
There's some complications because of the option bonus structure, but I can tell you it would be $67.4 million in dead cap in 2026, $31.8 in 2027. That's if they release Tua at the start of the league year in March with a post-June 1 designation, which I believe is the most likely scenario in this. If they were to trade Tua Tagovailoa, all the dead cap would accelerate, which totals $45.2 million, plus whatever portion of the cash they're not able to offload to a new team. That is almost a worse scenario for the Dolphins than simply cutting bait. I do believe that there are corollaries to what we saw the Broncos do with Russell Wilson. His actual dead cap number was in the 80s. It was less, but as was pointed out to me, it's actually a lower percentage of the cap if the Dolphins were to release Tua, because the cap has grown that much over the last couple of seasons. So as hard as that was for the Broncos to take on all that dead cap, and Russ is still counting like $32 million on their cap this season, right now, if you hit on the next quarterback, which the Broncos appear to have with Bo Nix, and if you put other things together roster-wise, it's not prohibitive to you not just competing, but turning the thing around really quickly. The key part of that equation is getting that next quarterback right, and that is going to be a huge focus for the Dolphins in 2026 at a time that it's pretty apparent that Tua, in all likelihood, has played his final down in Miami.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.